Ladies and gents, welcome. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you about the order flow that we're seeing on Bitcoin right now. So going straight over to Atos Crypto, what we can see here is that there has been a massive short position open on Bitcoin sitting right here. This is a $29 million positive open interest order on the market, which is a short, fresh market short right here, sitting here, okay? Now, this zone, what we can see we're forming is, one would say, it is a head and shoulders pattern. Let's just use the pencil tool. So a head and shoulders pattern that we're forming here. And we're seeing a massive amount of shorts enter right as we're forming that next, the other shoulder of the chart, okay? So we have to understand the context of this and get into that. So that's why we're going to move straight over to the chart here. So if we move straight over to this, we can see that we are entering a zone I'm interested in. Now, this zone doesn't have to be the exact level, but rather a region. Let's just see the two different tools I've got. So yeah, we've got a VWAP coming in from this anchored VWAP point here. Okay, it's 29th of March, so 26th of March where it formed. Now that's coinciding nicely with this daily level we're forming here, all right? So basically how I'm viewing it is it's a box range zone. And basically it's this zone right here I'm looking at, okay? There is lenience for it to definitely have a low here. Like I would say it can definitely, we'll extend that a bit. That could have definitely been the low. I'm not going to rule that out because we are seeing a lot of shorts enter right as we're entering that level here, which is a little bit strange that they're shorting right now because it's obviously majority of the move has been done. But they're shorting it basically into, that support level here. So we'll have to see how that pans out. But honestly, it's actually good fuel. If price can maintain where it is, it's definitely good fuel for price to push higher. So we have to be aware that is on the horizon there. So yeah, that's a level of support we're forming. What do we have? We've also got the Fu-Manchu, which is basically the momentum of the market. So what that's looking like on the 12-hour is you had that pivot, you had this pivot here. This pivot's coming, so whether it is here or here, I would expect it to find a bottom at either at this level, okay? So just to publicly profess, I'm expecting price to find its bottom around this level. Now, in the chance it absolutely destroys these levels with strong positions in terms of the order flow showing that there's strength behind it, then I will exit those positions, okay? I will exit the long positions I've accumulated from down here and secure that profit. This level from here to here is essentially the line in the sand for me for where price should find its low and bottom. From there, we should see a push up and a rise up into those higher levels. Let me just get that out of the way. Where's that one? Anyway, my chart's messing up with me. You get what I'm saying. So basically, that's the idea. We can drag that up a bit. But yeah, you get the point, okay? So in that entire zone from here to here is what I'm looking at for that. Because otherwise, we're just, like I said in the last video, right? We're just going to be forming back into this range down here. So why would you not expect it to push back down into that midpoint down there if we're going to do that? So for me, we have lenience to bounce into this section. And that, in terms of a drawdown from here, it's like another 2%. But you'd be looking at another 7% increase, assuming we can push all the way up. Target wise for that level, what are we seeing on the order flow? You've got a massive point of control, 78,100, and then the next one I would say is $80,000. So you've got support like this. You're probably going to find that, like, let's say this short, right, gets liquidated. That could probably push us up into this level. And then we can see how price interacts. And if it decides to push up higher, could potentially form a triangle here. I'm not going to speculate too hard because we could also drop down to this low here. But I think if I had to summarize it in a quick little heuristic, I would say that the low should form somewhere in the vicinity of here to here. So that's a $1,000, 500 lenience that we've got. So yeah, I did buy more spot on my portfolio and I will close it all. If we lose, I would say I'm going to give it the ability to wick down here beneath these lows, But if we start closing beneath that, I will close everything, because upon adding here, my average buy, well, my big chunk was here, and I did add some here. So it would mean that my average buy is probably somewhere around this neighborhood. So I wouldn't want to go much lower than that, because that spread's only like 3%. But if we can compound that nicely and it does go up, well, then that's very nice, because we could ride that up even higher, right? With more capital involved. So even if there's guys in my comments saying that, you know, I'm going to get wrecked or whatever, even if it goes down here, I still haven't lost, because I accumulated from lower. I've lost profit, but have I lost actual hard-earned capital from this overall move? No, because I have accumulated here. But in terms of the absolute highest expected value that I could have gotten, yes. But I don't really care about that. I'm also just playing what I'm seeing, opposed to trying to penny pinch everything. Otherwise, if there's no risk, there's no reward. So that's how I'm doing it. And that's it. So I'm just here to broadcast that. So other than that, that's it. Guys, go to the links down below, click the channel, and click onto the links here, BTCC. We've got all those partnerships straight down here. You can see that BTCC. That light's so bright. And then, yeah, you can be directly brought over to this, where you can grab that stuff, okay? Other than that, guys, actually, you know what? This video was really interesting, because we had a massive long order, and I said we're going to dunk beneath it, which we did subsequently, which is really cool. So that happened. What else did I put over here? What else were we at that time? Yeah, well, this video went over the strategies and what I'm doing pretty much in like in a good format too, so that's good. Yeah, there we go. All right, guys, that's all I have to say. I'll catch you guys in the next update. For now, have a great day, and yeah, peace out, guys. Bye-bye.